Hello and welcome to opening trap number 13. My name is Smári and this is the Lasker trap. So first, let's see the man himself, Emanuel Lasker, the second world champion and the man who was world champion longer than anybody else, 27 years in total. Now the trap is done in the Albin Counter Gambit. Let's have a look at how that looks like. d4, d5, c4, that's the Queen's Gambit. e5 is the Albin Counter Gambit. And after d takes e5, black plays d4. Now the most popular move is knight f3, probably the best move too. If white plays e3, now black can try to go ahead with this trap with the move bishop b4 check. A little bit annoying, this check, because the only moves that make any sense are to block with the knight on d2 or with the bishop on d2. If you do block with the knight, then black will take on e3, and after takes, queen h4 check, g3, queen e4, queen can't be taken, pinned, because the knight is pinned by the bishop, knight f3, knight c6, black is just a little bit better. So that's if white blocks with the knight. But he's gonna, in our main game, he's gonna block with the bishop like this, so that we can do the Lasker trap. And the trap is basically that we're gonna sacrifice this bishop on b4 with the very clever move d takes e3. So now, for example, if white takes, then again he has this bad pawn structure, but he's not lost or anything like that, nor near it, in fact. After this move, if he takes the bishop, then we take here with check, and you can't take this pawn obviously, because then your queen falls like this, so you have to play king e2. And now maybe the nicest move is we're going to do something called under promotion. We're going to take the knight on g1 and we're going to promote to a knight like this with a check. The reason why we do this is because if we take and promote to a queen, then we're just not going to be any better. After this move, take, and the position is just equal. White's not any worse. So that's why after e takes f2 check, king e2, we take and promote to a knight. Very nice move. And we see that if white takes this knight, then bishop g4 skewers the royal couple. And so this obviously will win the white queen and later the king. So white can try king e1, but now after queen h4 check, if you go g3, then queen e4 picks up the rook on h1 with a fork. And let's say king d2, knight c6, and the white position is basically lost, mainly because the king is so badly placed on d2. Black will simply develop this bishop to f5 or g4. He'll castle, maybe even with check, and the white king will just not find a safe haven anywhere. So this is basically the trap, but in the game that Lasker played, the original game, it actually went a little bit differently. I want to show you how that went. After d takes e5, d4, e3, which was a mistake, check, bishop d2, and d takes e3. Instead of the move bishop takes b4, he was actually playing against 3 people at the same time, Blumenfeld, Boyarkov and Falk. So it was 3 against 1, but the one was the best player in the world, so he won. But they tried queen a4 check, which also doesn't work. So what happened was this. I'll just show you how the game went. After queen a4 check, Lasker played knight c6, bishop takes, b4, queen h4, which threatens to take on f2. Now the best move according to the computer was to play g3, but after take, king takes, queen d4, king g2, queen takes b2, and then black can pick up the rook on a1. Black is much better. The three players, they played in this position knight e2, allowing queen takes f2 with check, king d1, but after bishop g4 you can see that Lasker is about to castle with check, and the white king is just so badly placed there. Knight bc3 castles with check, and bishop d6 is well, I guess you don't really have any good choices. Let's say king c2, then maybe knight d4, or king c1, queen e1. I don't think white has any good choices here, so I guess it's understandable that they try to close the position with this piece sacrifice, take an e6 to keep that black rook out of it. But after f takes e6, king c1, I'll just show you very quickly how the game ended here. d5, b5, take, queen c2, knight b4, knight d1, knight takes c2, knight takes f2, and now a very nice move, rook d2, protecting that knight and threatening to come in. If this knight on f2 moves, then what Lasker can do is he can come in with knight d3 check, and king b1 and knight a3 checkmate, let's say, for example, here. So knight d3 and king b1 and knight a3 would be checkmate. So they resigned after this move, rook d2. So this is the Lasker trap in action. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.